CEO for Special Olympics Australia. I'd like to welcome all the parliamentarians here from the Victorian Government, to the athletes of Team Victoria, their families, the volunteers from Team Vic going to the National Games, and in particular I'd also like to thank and welcome National Australia Bank, our presenting partner for the National Games, and also the law enforcement tow truck community. You'll spot them with their uniforms, and they are our biggest supporters in the movement. Before I start, I'd just quickly like to say thank you to Tim Pallas, Treasurer Tim Pallas, for hosting us. You can see we're not good on formalities around Special Olympics. You can try it, we can off after 5 minutes. But I'd like to thank you so much for hosting us today. To give you a bit of an overview about Special Olympics, because I do believe they were often misunderstood. Special Olympics is a human rights movement for people with intellectual disability who face injustice, inequality and exclusion on a daily basis. It's a worldwide organisation. We have over 500,000 people, 5 million people in the movement. We use sport to change the game. We use sport to build an inclusive community, and we also use sport to build competencies, confidence, healthy lives, and healthy families. Special Olympics is about people with intellectual disability, and it's about sport for people no matter what their ability. People with autism, Down syndrome, Asperger's, global development delay, they are all welcome and all part of our community. We run about 14 sports, and we run it every week, all week during the year. And those sports include the traditional sports, as you know, soccer, or some people call it football, athletics, swimming, basketball, bocce. Yes, and I have to say Victoria is very strong on bocce, so watch the space in the National Games. We run competitions, we run local competitions, we run regional games. We also do Trans-Tasman Games, we do state games, and we do national games, and we do the World Games, and we do the national, we are budget guys. So can you just kill him with kindness and show him that you care? So can we just have a big round of applause for that?
Thanks, Corinne. Well, can I just start by also acknowledging the traditional owners of this land and pay my respects to elders past and present. I actually understand from Tim there's been some important legislation or debates had in Parliament today, so congratulations on this Parliament. A very important issue and great to see it being discussed. Can I also just quickly acknowledge Tim, and I'll get to Tim in a second. Not only Tim as the Treasurer, but also every Member of Parliament is here. Sort of coming back to a Parliament House, and I have to be honest, this Parliament House is nicer than the one I used to go to in my old life. But it's nice to come to a Parliament House and not have to go to question time. That's a wonderful thing. But acknowledging Tim's leadership in this, I'll come to in a second, but all members of Parliament, thank you for coming along and encouraging your athletes and being inspired by your athletes, and I'll get to that in a second. And Anthony is here. He and I are delighted to be sort of leading the charge of the NAB. We have enjoyed it so much, and we are really excited about the Games, and I'll get to that in a second as well. So great to be here with Nancy. And Corinne is an incredible leader of Special Olympics. She is someone who is very special and passionately putting forward the opportunity for this country to be more inclusive. And we thank you for all you've done, and it's been a real pleasure to come alongside you. Okay, so do not tell them. So the athletes that are here, can I say congratulations. We are so excited that you're standing in this room. We're so excited you're going to represent Victoria. And if New South Wales can't win, well, I want Victoria. Yes. Absolutely. And we have a couple, Jake who's going to be speaking in a minute, an incredible basketballer. Anyone that hasn't seen this, if you haven't seen Jake shoot the basketball, you must him. I've said that before, because it is unbelievable. We've got Maddie, who's been on the screensaver of the NAB. Everyone across the NAB has seen Maddie in action, and she looks very fast in terms of the swimming. But all of you, we want to say well done, because ultimately we strongly believe in every opportunity, but you are inspiring us. I want you to know that you are inspiring each and every one of us. When you make the decision that you are going to try and participate, and you're going to have a go, and you're going to train and go to the games, we say to you, that is awesome. The interjection is a good one, but that was a very good one. So can I ask Jake, who's going to come up? I think Corinne, do you do it, or ask Jake to come up?
I'll just do the intro.
Oh, you're going to do an intro. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming along, MPs. Thank you, athletes, and we will see you in Adelaide.
Mike, you're no longer Chief Customer Officer, you're going to be National Australia's Chief Fanatic. Yes. What do you reckon? So Mike spoke about the stories, and thank you so much for that. Background and that backing the bold. I'd like to introduce our next speaker, who is an athlete of note and a Victorian at that too. Sorry, we can't have everyone in New South Wales, Mike, but we're working on it. I want to introduce you to Jake de la Motte. He's a 23-year-old from, and I'm reading this because you guys have got to hear this guy's background. He is 23 years old from Glen Waverley. He began playing basketball for his local club at Waverley Raiders at the age of 6. He has since played for a number of teams, both mainstream and disability, and has represented his country playing for the Arthur Burge national team and the Special Olympics team. After 12 years, at the age of 18, Jake completed his career with Waverley Raiders, achieving the Best Senior Boy Award. Jake has represented Victoria in 6 national tournaments, bringing home 5 gold medals and 1 silver. In July 2015, Jake represented Australia at the Special Olympics World Games in Los Angeles, helping his team win gold for Australia. In September of the same year, he participated in the INES World Championships in Ecuador. In 2016, he won the Most Outstanding Player Award for his achievements in the Arthur Burge National Tournament in Bendigo. Last year, Jake represented Australia in Loano, Italy for the INES World Games, winning a trophy for top scorer of the tournament. And we've seen him score, haven't we, Mike? Jake is very community-minded and has coached under 10 boys and has worked with his local council, Monash, to advocate for more public basketball rings in the area to promote a healthy and active lifestyle for all. He has been interviewed by Basketball Australia, various radio stations, advocating for inclusiveness, understanding of all people, especially those with an intellectual disability. Jake has also been lucky enough to meet our global chairman, Tim Shriver, his local MP, Michael Gidley. He also has met the Governor-General, Peter Cosgrove, and just recently, he met the Prime Minister of Australia at Kirribilli House. Jake is a humble person who relishes team spirit at all times. In his free time, Jake enjoys playing computer games and spending time with his friends and family. I'd like to ask Jake to come up and speak on behalf of all.
Thank you, Corinne, for that introduction and allowing me to speak here today. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jake de la Motte. It is a wonderful privilege and honour to be here to speak on behalf of all the athletes competing at Special Olympics National Games in Adelaide this year. I'd like to thank Treasurer Tim Pallas for hosting this wonderful event. I'd also like to thank the National Australia Bank, Mike Barrett, for supporting the Games as presenting partner, not forgetting Andrew Norman. Firstly, on behalf of all the athletes, I'd like to share with you a few moments what the National Games and Special Olympics means to us all. The Special Olympics Games gives us the opportunity to represent our state and country, travel to new places and meet new people. It allows people with a different disability to participate in the sports that they love. It also helps us to be fit and active. Even though we have an intellectual disability, we focus on our abilities. All the athletes have trained very hard to represent Victoria and do the best we can to celebrate our abilities. We will show the country what we can do in sports. Some of us have to overcome massive challenges because of our intellectual disability, and because of that we have to train even harder to be acknowledged for our efforts. It is so important for us to be noticed for our hard work and athleticism and support of our loved ones, the government to promote and sometimes invisible disabilities. We need the government to help fund our national and international trips, as it can be very expensive for us, and many athletes have missed out because of the expense. And I have been athletes for Special Olympics since 2013. I have made some incredible friends, and their families have been so encouraging to me and my family. I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for Special Olympics. With only 18 days to go, thousands of athletes, volunteers, families, and organisers are now preparing for the National Games in Adelaide. We will meet old friends, make new friends, and we will help others to recognise the skill and the determination of everyone who takes part. We will encourage each other, win or lose, because that's what we do. As the Special Olympics motto goes, let me win, but if I can't win, let me be brave in the attempt. Thank you very much.
So quickly, well done, Jacob. It's very good, well done, and such a great insight on the athlete's life. I'm going to wrap up now because I know a lot of you want to go and have some sandwiches and a cup of tea before you head off somewhere else. But what I want to do is, in closing, I want to thank the Victorian Government for supporting us with various grants in the past. I would like to say to my athletes, good luck with the National Games. Do your best. To our volunteers who have thrown everything at this movement and in support of people with intellectual disability, thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving us your time way beyond the call of duty on a daily basis. I hope you enjoy the Games as much as we're looking forward to it. To the supporters who are here, thank you for your support and your standing by and choosing to include. I would now like to ask, as a final close, ask my athletes to all get standing and to say the athlete's oath. You ready? 1, 2, 3.